Hello everyone. This is so weird. I used to make these small YouTube videos and all, and it was so normal back then, but now it's like a bit weird because it's been a long time since I made one. I don't know why I left making videos as such. I don't know, to be honest, but yeah, I did leave. Um, Today I'm going to share a small story time. It's more of a chit chat video than a story time because I don't know, I'm not a very good storyteller, because I have ADHD and I jump from topic to topic, so yeah, I have issues like that. I can't help it. So this is this story time is basically when I hit puberty and the things that I struggled with and all. Like I got bullied a lot when I hit puberty. So I got my periods when I was like 12 or 13, right? And my best friend, my then best friend, uh, I considered her to be my best friend. She also got her periods. Okay. I got my periods at home and it was weekend. It was, I think, on Saturday. So next day was Sunday. I was at home and on Monday we went to school and I told her that, see, I got my periods. And she said, oh, I also got my periods on Friday or Saturday. Yeah. And I was like, oh, we both are on periods. And we had like two more friends that were basically her friends, but I also considered them to be my friend. I don't know why, but I did. And then we told them that I was like got my periods, but they were more affectionate towards her than towards me. uh okay, so I will not take her name like my ex best friend. I will name her something like SpongeBob. SpongeBob, okay, SpongeBob. So SpongeBob and me, we both were on periods, but everyone was more affectionate towards SpongeBob than me. And there was a time when the teachers came and everyone was like giggling and shit, and uh, the teachers were like, everyone just stand up and raise their hands and stand up. And she said that I got my periods. So the teacher were like, okay, okay, you can sit because you have your periods and all. But when I said it, the teacher was like, oh, okay, you can stand, because she thought that I'm trying to copy her in order to like sit down. Uh, she got the first mover advantage or something. I don't know, but yeah. And then I remember like the girls, like, they gave her a piece of their like cake, because there we had this every week on Friday. We had cake day, which is like everyone will bring like some. It's not cake, like it's just the name is cake day, but everyone can bring like some kind of dessert or chocolate, and they can share among each other. I don't know what the point was, but yeah, it was like that, and everyone gave like chocolates to her specifically because she got her periods. And I got like two chocolates, I think. The ones from one from her and another one from some other girl. Okay, so yeah, and the cramps were really bad. Like I was feeling dizzy, and I was feeling very like like I'm going to vomit anytime. I don't know why. Uh, I was feeling like that, maybe because it was my first time and all. Okay, so that happened. Also, during this time, everyone's height was changing. Like the guys, like they went back, like during holidays, and they came, and all of them were like, I don't know, like they were tall. Like they, like, their height just increased a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean like huge. Like they became like extremely tall and all. So everyone was having like some sort of change in their body, and I was not having it. I was flat. I was extremely flat. I didn't have anything on me. I had nothing on me, and I was seeing that everyone was like starting to, you know, their things were trying to like that was increasing, and they were getting like more curves and all. Okay, so I was like, why am I not getting it? So what happened is we get this one holiday, and that holiday was a bit long. It was not a weekend like 2 day ka holiday. It was like, I think, a 4 or 5 day uh, time period. and we got that holiday. And on that weekend, I go back home, right? I go to sleep, and the next day when I wake up, I see that I have suddenly became busty. I became like my, and I was like, I won't say I was not even like an A cup. Okay, I became like, when that time I was a double B. I, from nothing, I went to double B, and I was like, what happened? What happened? And I'm till to this day, like till this day, I am still shocked. Like, what happened exactly? Why? Like, I grew all of a sudden at night, and what happened is I woke up and my back was hurting, like my back, and I move a lot during my sleep. I go from this side, that side, this side. So I thought that it is because of that, but then I woke up, and when I was standing in front of the mirror to brush, I just saw that I have like this thing, and I was like, okay, I think, okay, this is, I'm like actually growing. This is not a joke anymore. You know that audio? First, I thought it was a joke, but dude, I don't think it's a joke anymore. Like, it's exactly like that. Okay, so I, grew like that, and then I went to school, and everyone was asking. Everyone, like the moment I entered class, I still remember everyone was like, What happened to her?" And some faces were shocked, some faces were concerned. Okay, and they came to me, like the people who were close to me, they came to me and they were asking me, what happened? We saw you like just before the holidays, you were like okay, and now, and at some point I felt like something was wrong with me, um, but it wasn't. Nothing was wrong, it's just genetics. uh, my mom said that she also, like, all of a sudden she grew into this, like it was like a straight line and suddenly it went up. So it was the same with me. So then, um like all of them were asking, some even at that age, like at 13, some people thought I got surgery, which I did not get any surgery. And then, after that, teachers came, like normally classes started, and even one teacher like asked me that, come to me. And I went, and she was like, hey, are you taking any medicine or anything? And I said no. She said that your body has changed quite a lot, and it's like very prominent, you know and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to say. I didn't know anything, like what to answer to these questions, right? And I go back to my seat, and I also saw a few people like laughing at me, and they were like calling me names, which I can't say here, but yeah, they were calling me names. And so that happened. Even my best friend, okay, she got her periods, right? She got my periods, if I told you already, she got her periods like around the same time that I got it. So she was also like being mean. She started being mean, and she was also telling me that if you're taking any medicines, you should stop because you're like very young. And I'm like, I'm not taking any medicines, it just happened, I cannot help it. And she was like, oh, whatever, like she was not buying it, which is okay. And I remember a lot of guys started giving me attention. uh, they were like, the kind of attention that you expect to get when something like this happens. They were like, like, do you want to sit with me or something? Like, we didn't have any like strict seating policy or anything. Anyone can sit anywhere, to be honest, and you can even change your seats midday. So the guys were like, do you want to sit with me or something? They were also asking me that, are you with some guy? Because there's a concept that if you are with a guy, suddenly your body changes a lot and all, right? So, you know they were also asking me questions like that, and they were also asked me if I'm taking any medicine and all. I got a lot of proposals during that time, uh, because I was looking a certain way. And then I I did realize that it was because I was looking a certain way. And there was this one guy I remember who was being very nice to me. And one time he told me that, like we can like play later, because we used to live very close. Okay, he and my house were like very close. So he told me that, we can like stay, like you can come over and we can play something and all. And I went to his place, and then he said that, why don't you show it to me? And I was like, okay, what do you want to see? And then he was like, you take off your top. And I was like, okay, this is not what I came here for. And I go back. And from the next day in school, he was very rude to me, like very rude to me. He threw my bag away. When I went to the front desk to submit my copy for assignment, like homework and all, he threw my bag. Okay, on my one of my copies, he like scribbled and all. And I asked him, and he was very rude. He was calling me names, and he was also going around saying that I like confessed to him that I was taking some medicine which I did not. And he like went around and saying that, she actually told me she's taking this XYZ medicine that he saw, that I'm like carrying in my bag. And I'm like, you guys can check my bag if you want to. I'm not taking any medicines. And I started crying. And then they like realized that, things are getting a bit serious, and then they stopped. Okay. And yeah, so that happened. And I also like remember, like there was this one time when there was this one professor, like teacher in my school, who like he was like accused of harassing some like student before. Also, he like asked me to come to his staff room and collect all the copies and then distribute it in my class. And I went there, and then he was like, oh, you changed a lot. And because I have already heard it so many times, I knew exactly what he meant. And I'm like, yeah, sir, like it just happened overnight. I don't know much. He said, yeah, I can tell you changed a lot. You look good though. And it was very creepy, like that interaction. Now that I say it, it's not that creepy. It doesn't sound that creepy, but when it actually happened, it was very creepy the way he said it. And I just took and throughout, I think that session, like throughout that class, um, time period, that standard, he was very creepy with me. Like he used to like compliment me in ways that you shouldn't compliment, uh, like your student. You shouldn't compliment, because that man was like very creepy. Like the way he looked and everything, it was very creepy. Okay. So another time what happened was, there was this one girl from another section, and she came in my class. And she came, like entered, and she was like, oh, I want to see her. By her she means me. I want to see her, I want to see her, because everyone is talking how this girl has like big things. And then like I was like, am I I felt like an animal in the zoo, that everyone is coming. Now I'm laughing at it. At that time I was very hurt, but I legit felt like people are coming from other sections just to see me, because they feel like I'm some animal in the zoo. And they came, and this girl was like, oh, you you actually fit the description that they were talking about. And I'm like, what description? And they're like, no, don't worry about it and everything. And that made me very insecure. I went home and I told my parents that I'm not going to go to school anymore. I really don't want to go to school, because this is getting too tough for me. Every day there are like comments and all about the way I look and everything. And they were like, this happens, because everyone is changing. But I'm like, dude, if everyone is changing, people are not making any comments about them, but they are making comments about me, because all of a sudden I to grow. I remember I used to wear this one sports bra that was like so tight, it legit like squished everything that I had. So I looked more flat, but then it was hurting my chest. I could not breathe properly, I couldn't eat properly, I used to have like chest pain and all. And like my shorts were fitting better, because before that my shorts used to have like this gap that you get when the shirt is like not of a proper size. Actually, even if the shirt is of a proper size, it won't look very neat, because you have to always get a baggier size, because your like bust will be a bigger size than your waist, right? So it won't fit, like it won't look very snatched. And it was not about being snatched, it was just about being proper. So yeah, my days during my puberty were pretty hard. I was also going through a lot of emotional turbulence. Like I was always trying, and which I usually do now. Also, I'm a very emotional person. So and I remember when I first went into my first relationship, I was very insecure, because I always used to think that this guy is, he has like some dare or something, like like his friends gave him a dare or something to date me, or something like that. I used to think a lot of things, now that I think of it. um so yeah, my days during my adolescence period was really weird. I used to get bullied by teachers too. They used to think that I am a certain kind of a girl, because my body looked like a particular way. And I remember when all of us turned 14, like most of us, like I also turned 14 and all, and everyone's body changed, right? Everyone's body started changing. Then everything was normal to them, like no one questioned them the way they questioned me, just because I got the growth factor a bit earlier than others. I was bullied a lot. I was always like, I was a victim of alienation. Like I was the one that sticks out, you know. Uh, I was bullied a lot and all. And the one thing that I hated the most is that my so-called best friend of that time was a part of the bullying group. She became very mean after my body changed, because supposedly she liked this guy who used to like talk. Like one time, like she was talking to him, and he said that I like girls with a bit more, who are a bit more busty. And he didn't even take my name or anything. But the first thing that came to her mind is that he's talking about me, which he was not talking about me. He just said it in a general tone. Okay. And I think that was the point she started hating on me. And she never told me that she hated on me, or she never mentioned that, this is the reason why I am upset with you. She just started hating on me, and she just showed me how much she hated me. So yeah, I lost my friend and all. So it took it. Still to this day, I am not a very big fan of female friendships as such, um, because of that. But now I have a female best friend, and I'm happy to have her and everything. But even she knows that just before her, like my current best friends, just before her, the female friend that I had, she also betrayed me. So yeah, I don't know. Not a big fan of female friendships. Though I know a lot of people who have like really good female friendships. Even I do now. I have a very very loyal and very very um, how to say, like a very precious kind of friendship with this girl, uh, Bambi, and Bambi is her cosplayer name. So yeah, but that those days I cannot forget, because I think I cried almost every day when I was 13. I cried almost every day when I was 13. And usually during my period, no one used to understand just how much I was feeling, because I feel a lot. I feel a lot. I don't know how to explain this, but I feel a lot. Every emotion, I feel a lot. So I was crying a lot, and everyone used to think, oh, everyone is getting periods. Why is she being such a attention whore? But I was feeling a lot. I always do, actually, till to this day. I'm a very sensitive person. So, yeah. But I got Poyo that time. Poyo is my cat. So, yeah. I got Poyo. Poyo is like really cute. So, yeah, that's one good thing that happened to me. I guess that's all. It's not, as I said, it's not a story time. It's just me yapping to my camera, and I'm going to upload this. So, yeah. Bye bye.